Welcome to the 100k Club, your go-to podcast for equipping yourself with the tools and strategies that help you reach the next level in your personal income. The 100k Club brings like-minded people together into a community that help each other reach new wealth goals, giving you, the listener, a constant daily feed of information, motivation, and the right like-minded people around you that all want to see you win. They're all on the similar journey to you, ultimately, so you can get more out of your life and get more of what you want. So it's the core purpose of the 100k Club to help you reach your next level of income, no matter what career you're in, whether that be by increasing your income by 10% or getting you to 100k per year and beyond. So, who helps you on this journey? Well, I'm your host, Lewis Haydon. And it's my job to make sure you have the right tools, the mindset and strategies so that you can make the most of opportunities in your life so you can get more of what you want. Okay, introduction over. By the way, could you tell that was scripted? Yeah, I did actually write that bit out. I thought it's good to get a bit of an introduction in there and make sure that everything's covered before we get started. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm real. I'm real about this stuff and what it really takes to get to 100k. So even though I've put that introduction together to make sure that all the little pointers are made of what you're going to get in this podcast and what it's for, this is the part that really gets real now, okay? So there's a little bit of background about me. Give me the right to coach you. Because for me, I hate it. I fucking hate it when people just go in there and think that they have the right to start to coach people or mentor or teach, whatever you want to label it up as, without actually earning the right. So before we even begin, ladies and gentlemen, I need the permission from you that I'm allowed to help you on this journey to help you reach your next level of income. And I say the next level of income because it can mean different people for different people's perspectives or different positions that they may be at. So I'm going to really get to the core. And through these podcast series, I'm going to be able to help you as well and find out what your core purpose is. But my core purpose here is that everyone should have an equal opportunity, given the tools, given the strategies, right? Given the strategies that can help them move forward in life. Whether you choose, so here's the second thing, whether that person chooses to take this stuff on board is up to them. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, 99% of people will stop at this episode or wouldn't even have clicked on this podcast series because they choose that it's not possible for them to reach the next level of income or 100k per year. Yeah? So what am I saying here? 100k Club is a choice. It's a choice on whether you want to be a part of this or not a part of it. By going out there and saying that, look, I'm listening to this new podcast, it's the 100k Club, 99% of people will switch off straight away. Why? Because they don't think it's possible. They don't believe in themselves enough to actually think that anybody can achieve that. So, the first part that we have to start at, ladies and gents, is that if you think you can't, or if you think you can, you're right. Okay? So the first step, do you believe that you can do this? Do you believe that it's possible for anybody to reach 100k? Because if that answer is no, then you're already in a place where you're going to struggle. I'm not going to just leave you here. I'm not just going to leave it there for you because obviously you listen to the podcast, so you're interested in reaching that next step. But the first part is that you've got to believe in yourself that it's possible. And here's a thought process that really helped me on that journey because, as I mentioned, this 100k Club podcast is about being real. Yeah, the real stories of reality of what people go through. Yeah, not all this fiction stuff, like you see on Instagram or social media, the millionaires thing, or this is the top habits of a millionaire. That's great, but they're millionaires. We're not talking about fucking millionaires. Get the first steps in place first. Get your income to 50k, 70k, 90k, 100k. Right? Take the first steps first. So this is about being on that real journey of what it's going to take it to that next step. Right, so the belief. The thing that really helped me shift the belief was If somebody else can do it, then why not you? So that might be a little bit of a hard pill to swallow if it's the first time you've heard it. But I just want you to remember, whilst listening to the 100k Club, if somebody else has done it, then why not you? No matter what career you're in, is it possible to just increase that by a little bit more income? No matter how many hours you do in the day or in the week or in the month, is it possible just to find and squeeze another few hours per month to try something on the side? Yeah, the side hustle. The word hustle. Yeah, that can open up another can of worms. But just think, right? If there's just a few more hours that you could focus on finding somewhere on something that could possibly earn you, even if it was the smallest amount of money, right, then it's possible. Because as soon as you can make a few pound, you can start to leverage it and start to make more. But right now, we're just thinking about the mindset around it, right? Because the one thing that will stop people is whether they think they can or they think they can't. So as soon as any sort of income or cash flow starts to come from not just your job, but from a second, I'm going to use the word vehicle, yeah? So your current job, if you're employed, is one vehicle. If you can find another few hours a month, it's a second vehicle. Oh, but Lewis, I've got family, I've got kids. Yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm an uncle. Look, I get it. Yeah, I get it. We're being real here. And this is why I'm here to help you find that time. To find how to make the best use of that time when you do get the time. And how you can do it in a couple of hours. First per month, per week, then per day. And who knows where it may go to in the future. Because ultimately, this is about you being on your true purpose, your true potential. Okay? So, what are we saying here? We're starting to look at how we can just not just get more out of our current vehicle, but how can we start a second vehicle that we can then start to learn about, yeah? Spend some time on, start to learn new things, start to learn new business strategies, start to learn new skills. And then what tends to happen then is there's this rule of compounding. So, compounding, yeah? You get good at one thing, it has an effect elsewhere on your life, okay? So if you was to learn 5 different things, they all start to come together into a core foundation. What I mean by core, yeah, is a core construct, for example. So a core construct is that 5 different things that you're good at. So they could be psychological things, yeah? They could be things like learning new stuff, new talents, new skills. And then as the one develops, the other ones develop. So you could get really good at communication, leadership, sales, marketing, accounting, whatever it may be. And then that one skill then has an impact on the others, compounding. Okay? So just by listening to this podcast, here's a question for you. Do you think you may learn some new stuff about how to create income in different areas of life? Yeah? And even if you don't use it, do you think some of the skills that you learn from this stuff could help you in your current career or your current job? Yeah? So that's compounding. It's about building you as a character. And this is what the 100k Club is all about. You don't just make it into the 100k Club. Yeah, there's a belief. Okay? There's a belief. People are born into money. Okay? Well, okay. They may be born into money. But why were they born into money? Well, maybe it's because the person before them actually got the money in the first place and passed it to them. So if you've got children listening to this right now, do you want to just earn money and then when you die, it leaves you, it's gone? Or do you want to create a legacy? So the belief has now shifted that person wasn't born into money, they're born into a legacy. So if you weren't born into a legacy, what's stopping you from creating that legacy today? For your future, for your children, for your friends, yeah? Or the people that you haven't even met yet, yeah? This is about opportunity, isn't it? And again, back to the core purpose here. This is about creating opportunity for everybody to be able for them to learn new stuff that they probably weren't taught in school, that they probably weren't taught in their friends group. Yeah. I know a lot of business owners. So my career is as a business coach and executive coach. I've met a lot of people, a lot of wealthy people, a lot of not so wealthy people that have then become wealthy. Okay. And they share something in common. They all believe that they can. Or they now believe that they can. That's a better way of putting it. When I first met them, they probably didn't think that it was possible. And now, as things start to change and start to compound, as their results start to compound, whether that be in their business or in wealth or their career, they start to see different ways of looking at this. Different perspectives become open. It's a bit like climbing a mountain. If you start at the bottom of the mountain and you say, I'm going to climb to the top of that mountain, you can't see the top. And when you climb and climb and climb and you think you're at the top, guess what happens? You reach the top of that hill and then there's a bigger one behind it. So a lot of people just haven't climbed the mountain far enough yet. And that's not a problem because everybody's on a journey up that mountain. The challenge is that they're not taking the first fucking steps up the mountain because they think it's too big a mountain. So this is where the 100K Club comes in. It's a breakdown of step by step of what you need to do to get to that next step. Up that mountain, whatever your mountain may look like. And we're going to talk about planning and what the mountain looks like and the whatever that direction is that you want to head to, what a win is for you, what is the outcome that you're after, what do you want more of. But that's in the sessions. That's what we talk about during this 100K Club. So I thought about what to talk about in this first episode. Hey, look, we're already 10 minutes in. But I just really wanted to make it clear for you, ladies and gentlemen, what this is about. This is a third podcast that I run now. Okay. The other podcast was more to do with the business side because as a business coach, I wanted to help more people, entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs. And the other podcast is called The CEO Secret Weapon that I do with a guy, Stuart Walter, who's an incredible guy about mindset and works with elite athletes. But this podcast is for everybody. It gives everybody the opportunity. Again, whether they choose to listen to it or not is their belief. And sometimes people just aren't ready for that yet until they've learned something that makes a switch in their mind to think that it is possible. Okay, so this is for you guys. You guys have already learned that lesson. You're here and you're listening to this and thinking, whoa, okay, this is possible now. I'm going to learn some new stuff that's going to help me just increase my income by a little more. Whether you be in a career, where you're an executive, whether you're a manager, whether you're an employee, no matter what your situation, whether you're a business owner, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're Bill Gates, it's possible to increase it just by a little more. Now, just to be really clear, this isn't about the money. Well, it is about the money. It's the 100K Club, Lewis. Yes, but think of the impact people can make when they are in that club. Think of the things that go on around you, the reality of life, People that you have around you right now, your family, your friends. Think about what they go through on a day-to-day. What sort of things come up when people are talking, when they go to a bar or to a restaurant or to the pub? In the UK, it's all about the pubs, and now there's some American listeners and Australian listeners from the previous podcasts. So I assume people will be global that listen to this podcast as well. Excuse the Peaky Blinder accent, by the way. But forget that. This is about giving you value. And it's about you learning this stuff that I've seen through my career as a business and executive coach. And not coaching you. I'm not here to coach you. I'm here to just give you the tools. If it was about one-to-one coaching, yes, do inquire, because I know great networks of people that can help people. It depends on the person, and it also depends on where you want to get to. So there's a coach for everybody. I'll help you find the right coach depending on your situation. But that's not the goal of the 100K podcast. The 100K podcast is here as opportunity to help everybody. And by helping people reach that 100K income, like I was just saying, if you've got family members that are older, they need help. Things don't come for free in life. Things cost money in this day and age. So this isn't about you just being in that 100K club, okay? You can't support financially. You can help people. Of course you can. Just being there for people and just being helpful and giving people your time. You can help people. But at some angle along that line, it's going to take play the game that you're in this world, whether you like it or not. Financial things will come up. I've got a great friend. He's an absolute awesome person. He's a Buddhist monk. Buddhist monk. But with this Buddhist monk, he has to travel the world. And let me tell you, he doesn't get on flights for free. So how can he help more people if he can't be there for people, right? That's just an example. So please, please, please do not see this 100K club as this is just about a lot of people making a lot of money. This is about people helping people. And if the vehicle involves financials, then this is where the 100K club comes in as well. Now, that's one angle of it. Another angle of it is that people have financial goals and people want to achieve more. Another angle is in the UK right now, and I've just been in Australia as well. In Australia, and I imagine it is global too, okay? We are in a financial crisis. Well, we're always in a financial crisis, aren't we? It's just that the media is highlighting it even more than ever, and people are feeling that squeeze more and more and more and more as the cost of living changes as well. And guess what? We've got to take some ownership here. And if this 100K podcast is just helping you that little bit more to be more financially free, so you don't feel that squeeze as much, then we're on purpose. So the reason I'm talking about the purpose so much is I want you to share this podcast with people that really need to hear this sort of stuff. There's two sorts of people, isn't there? There's the people that won't accept this stuff and get themselves into another financial squeeze. And you usually say this by the way I become rich is that I'm going to win the lottery. Next time you walk into the local shop, just see how many people are spending money on lottery tickets. I don't remember the last time I actually bought a lottery ticket, but I'm pretty sure, I think there's £1 back in the 1990s is the last time I bought one. I really don't believe in that sort of stuff. I think it's better to go and spend your time listening to something that can help you increase your income rather than place it on luck. No, that's not everybody's belief, and everyone's got their own values around it. So it doesn't matter, does it? If you can increase your income, the place where you spend 8 hours, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, just to get a little bit more, then this 100K club is on purpose in helping you do that. If it means that you can go and do something as a side hustle, rather than sitting on your ass watching Netflix, then it means you can get another income, some more cash flow. Hey, look, if you can do it once, you can do it again. So what about 2 vehicles for cash flow? What about 3 vehicles for cash flow? What about 4? What about 1? What about 1 that you put all your eggs in one basket? See, the point is here, ladies and gentlemen, is that there's something for everybody. You've just got to find the thing that works for you, and where you put your focus and energy will grow. That's the point. Okay? And it starts not just with the cash flow and your income, but it starts with where is your focus and energy going in your learning to get new skills that can increase your income. And that's why the 100K Club has been created. So what's next? How does this work? How does this 100K Club stuff work? Right. So I'm going to keep it real, plain and simple for you. There will be podcast episodes like this, and the idea of these podcast episodes is that We give you the journey. We give you the real talk, what it's going to take, the things that I go through as a business owner, things that people go through as executives, things that people go through as mentors, influencers, whatever it may be. We're going to get people onto this podcast that can share their thoughts on what helped them break that barrier from being where they currently are towards their 100k, towards 200k, towards 250,000, 500,000, a million plus, whatever that may be. Okay, the first step is, though, remember, it's just to get you to do the first things on that journey, and that's just to get some wins, to get some movement. We don't want to go, people who go the big picture so far, I get it. I get it that you've got to have that drive. But for me personally, thinking too big at the start rather than just getting the small wins didn't work for me. What worked for me is just going out there and making some power moves each day. Too big of goals within too short a space of time. What's the saying? Arthur, this rings true so well. People overestimate what they can do in the year, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Okay? So this is about a journey. This is about your journey. Just getting the small wins and compounding more often will get you towards those big goals faster. So I'm not saying don't think about the 10x thinking. Don't think about the £1 million goal. Don't think about all the cars and the houses and the people that you can help and everything that's out there. That's good. It's driving you. It's the thing that's getting out of bed. But what gets you out of bed more often is if you feel like you've won the day, won the week, won the month, won the year, right? We need to get the small wins more often happening. And that's what the 100k club is all about. Just get to 100k first. Just get to 100k first. And that's what this does. So how do we structure it? There's going to be 3 episodes that you can listen to about the journey, about the motivation, about the people that come on the podcast. And for the people, the learning addicts out there, there's going to be a subscription service as well. How much does the subscription service cost? Well, first of all, the word cost has got to be removed. Because if you're thinking, what does this cost? Guess what? It goes into every other cost in your life as well. Things are costing you this and this and this. Well, this isn't a cost, Netflix costs you something, right? This is thinking about it as an investment. The way an investment works is you put money in to make more money, right? So here's an example. I'm in the UK working with pounds. My friends in the USA and Australia, they work with the dollars. So if you was to give somebody $5 and get $20 back, would that make sense? That's an investment, okay? So the reason I pick up on that is they've got to have the mentality of investment, and not just financially, but time as well. Okay? Because as you start to get into the 100k club and beyond, you'll realize that time is more valuable than the money. Okay? So it all starts here. It's about getting these foundations, and there could be some stuff in here today that go, Lewis, come on, man. Come on. This can't be right. This can't be right. I'm going to challenge you on that. Look, I know. This is what it's all about. Challenging the status quo. Because if we don't, and I don't challenge you on it, then what happens? What really changes? So I am going to be a bit challenging. It's okay. That's okay. Keep listening to the podcasts. And if you still challenge it after episode 10, after episode 20, then I'm open to have you on the podcast as well. Because again, ladies and gents, this is about being real. So 2 sides of the podcast. The one will be the motivation, the guests and the journey, the tools that you have so far that you've learned from this, the mindset around it. The second part is around the strategies. It's about the toolkit. It's the toolbox, the how-tos, right? And this is for the learners. The people that want to learn how to apply it is in the second part. That's the subscription service. And the reason it's a subscription service is it's priced at the same price as Netflix. Okay, so no offense to Netflix. I think they're an absolute fantastic company. I have a Netflix account as well. Me and my wife and the kids, we sit down and we watch it. Coco Melon, he's on constantly in our house with our two toddlers. So this is nothing to do with having a dig at Netflix at all. They're great. What this is about, though, is if you are prepared to spend and invest, yeah, Netflix is a cost, yeah. You don't get any more back from it. But if you can afford the cost of Netflix, you've got a choice, yeah. You got a choice to cancel your Netflix and invest in the 100k club instead to learn the tools that will get you further. But most likely you're gonna have both. Yeah. So this is the Netflix of your personal development. How about that? The 100k club is the Netflix for your personal development on your financial journey and your income. Okay? And this is all about your earned income, how to earn more. There's people that I can bring on about financial. I've got financial advisors, tax advisors, but when you get to that step of what to do with your investments, but again, the reason for this is to give you the foundation and people equal opportunity of how to increase their income, whether that be through new vehicles or their current vehicle. So we can talk about planning and financial advisors. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to give you any financial planning or financial advice. I'm here to increase your income, just to be clear. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode. There's been a lot of talking about what it is and why we do this. And I promise on the next episodes, we're going to get stuck in of how you can start to apply this stuff and the real life journeys that come up that may be very relevant to you and what you're going through. Okay. And if they are, remember the free podcasts are free. There's no fee to that. Only for the people that want to do the learning. Yeah. The learning the toolkit. That's the subscription model. But the free content on the podcast is free. But there is a little fee to it. I do ask that you share it with somebody like-minded that you feel like it may help, because that puts us on the core purpose as well. Ladies and gents, thank you. Been an absolute honour to take you on this journey. Hopefully you listen to the second episodes and beyond. But if not, hope you've got some different thought-provoking thoughts to go through your week, month, year with. And yeah, look, if you come on the journey with us, then there's going to be some big changes that happen. So be prepared for episode 2. Speak to you soon.